Hello there, and welcome to Journal of the 501st, a Star Wars Battlefront 2 lore Let's Play, where I will play the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 campaign and talk about the general events that took place in each battle of the game.
My first day as a member of the 501st. It was hot, it was sandy, chaotic. Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino. Of course, that's pretty much the way it was for all of us, wasn't it? All that breeding, all those years of training, it doesn't really prepare you for all the screaming or the blood, does it? Frankly, I'm still amazed we ever made it through the first hour. Never mind the first day. Your simulation days are over, Trooper. This is a real battle. And if you mess up, you'll really end up in a world of pain. Now get out there! Some activity has been reported in the vicinity of Checkpoint Alpha. Get there and secure the area.
The Battle of Geonosis was the first starting point of the Clone Wars, and the first major combat between the Confederacy of Independent Systems and the Grand Army of the Republic. Senator Padme Amidala of Naboo lands on Coruscant to oppose the Military Creation Act and survived an assassination attempt. At the request of Supreme Chancellor Chief Palpatine, Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker were assigned to protect her. Kenobi pursued the trail of a toxic dart that killed the assassin Zam Wesell, which led him to the events where he found out that the Jedi archives were incomplete. Kamino created a clone army for the Republic. The Separatists and Dooku were behind the assassination attempt and were building a large droid army on Geonosis. Then he sent it on transmission and got captured. In response of his transmission, the Senate granted emergency powers to Palpatine to handle the catastrophe, which he did by using the clone army to oppose the Separatist threat. Then Jedi Grandmaster Yoda traveled to Kamino to gather the clone army and send them to Geonosis, right behind a Jedi strike force.
And switch to the engineer class at the command post there. Good. Now use your fusion cutter to repair the health and ammo droid.
Now to the actual battle. The Jedi Strike Force was a group of 212 Jedi, which were led by the Jedi Council members, followed by 20 Acclamator-class assault ships, carrying altogether 10 GAR energy pommels, 100 SPH-AT artillery units, 1,600 LATIs, 400 LATCs, 2,160 ATTEs, 192,000 clone troopers, which include all major legions and battalions like the 501st, and 10,000 clone commanders like Delta Squad and the ARC Troopers to rescue Obi-Wan and Anakin and Padme, who failed at rescuing Kenobi.
A Geonosian got killed and dropped a holocron on top of the Techno-Union ship. Use a command post to switch to the Jet Trooper class.
Upon entering the system, the Jedi starfighters were fired upon by anti-orbital cannons, but Mace Windu and Luminara and Dully managed to destroy them. That allowed the clone army to enter the atmosphere of Geonosis later on.
Now use your jump jets to get up there and acquire that holocron and bring it back to Checkpoint Alpha. Who knows what secrets it might hold.
Around the time of the arena battle, Master Adigalia and Jedi Knight Siritachi attacked and destroyed a Geonosian power plant that fueled the foundries. Also deep down the catacombs, General Grievous had his first assignment and killed Master Ursa Mardu and her whole clone squad with his Electro staff.
Get up there and take over that post. It will give us a strong vantage point on the battlefield. Roger that.
Meanwhile, in the arena, Jango Fett got killed by Windu because his jetpack had a dysfunction. Later on, the Jedi got surrounded by droids, swarming the arena. When all odds stood against them, the clones arrived and rescued the Jedi.
Grab a sniper rifle and take out some droids.
The primary objective for the Republic was now to prevent the Separatists to flee and capture their leaders alongside with Count Dooku. The Separatists, on the other hand, thrown everything they had left to cover their retreat while loading up the core ships. It was a huge battle. OG-9 and Dwarf Spider droids accompanied with Hellfire droids and a dozen of B-1, B-2 and Droidicas were facing the clones and Jedi with their ATTEs and LAAT gunships. Due to lack of military experience on behalf of the Jedi, many casualties occurred. The LAATs could win air superiority by bombarding various enemy locations and support the ground troops. As the Republic advanced to the core ships, SPHAT artillery opened fire and took down the core ships. The Republic emerged victorious, but the Separatist leaders and Count Dooku managed to flee, injuring Obi-Wan and amputating Anakin's arm in the process.
CIS back. Take over their bunker to the north.
Overall, the first Battle of Geonosis was the beginning of the Clone War, and a big step for Palpatine, who played both sides to become the Senate and engage the Jedi in a war that would finally result in their eradication with Order 66.
Good job. May the Force be with you. Incredibly, the 501st survived the crucible of Geonosis, emerging battle-hardened and ready for whatever the war would throw at us.
If you liked that video, like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And may the force be with you, always.